Our first subject tonight focuses on solutions to saving our planet. While it is a problem that Americans make up approximately 5% of the world's population, yet cause an estimated 30% of the world's waste, and consume 25% of all resources, we're going to talk about shifting to a reuse culture, which can change those numbers. Our next guest traveled the country discovering ways people and organizations are reusing in practical and original ways. He made a film, and lucky for us, Laramie was one of his screening stops. Reuse advocate, businessman, and filmmaker Alex Eaves joined us in our studio. Alex, it's great to have you here.
Thanks.
So you are on a tour now, basically, to show the film you made and to give talks. Tell us about this film you've created.
So the film is called Reuse Because You Can't Recycle the Planet, and it's basically showcasing the benefits of reuse for people, planet, and wallet. And what I did was I went around to all 48 contiguous states and filmed people who were reusing in different ways, and just to show the benefits.
Why did you feel the need to do this?
Well, I consider myself to be a reuse pro. I'm a very passionate reuser. I run a reuse apparel brand, and reuse is just a daily part of my life, from how I dress to how I drink my coffee, to the brand that I run. And I really enjoy getting out and talking with people about reuse and just showcasing the benefits, how it benefits my personal life, how it benefits my wallet, and obviously how it benefits our planet. And I knew there were a lot of people doing amazing things all over this country, so I wanted to see it myself, but then also showcase to the world so we can do something better for our planet.
Well, we have a clip, or a big chunk of a clip that you sent us. Let's take a look at that now.
Okay.
One of the important things about the reuse message is that recycling is not going to do it for us, that it's not enough.
Here we go on the road, that's all we have to know, 'cause we be steadily stomping at every show. Put your hands up, pull your mic out and tear off the roof till Conrad's got the lights up.
Why would I encourage more mass production? Why would I encourage more waste when there are already so many things in existence that aren't used?
Wow.
It's good to be alive in the peaceful revolution. An honor to observe the beautiful solution.
The whole idea of this is to make deals with nature, right? I have something that is a pollutant and a waste, and nature goes, no, we can use that.
We look at things that we would discard in a different way, and there's a beauty there, and that can come out, and it can be easily repurposed and redirected towards a whole nother life beyond what it had.
And when we talk about reuse, we really use the broadest spectrum possible. We're talking about reusable, repair. We're talking about the sharing economy.
We see opportunity where other people see problems,
right.
And that's what we're all about.
Reuse!
So recycling is not going to cut it. It's not going to be enough.
No, so first of all, I'm not, anti-recycling. It's just that we need to give something, maybe a second life or a third life or a fourth life before we recycle it or before we trash it. So, let's take paper, for example. You have a sheet of paper that's printed on. Why not flip it over and print on the other side before just sticking it in the recycling bin, or give it another life and shred it up and use it as shipping materials? I think for so long people have looked at recycling as this saving grace, and they just put it in a bin, but it's almost like, putting it in a trash bin, because, a truck has to come by, pick it up using resources. It has to ship it away using resources. It has to break it down using resources. And then it gets turned into something new using more resources. Whereas you take a reusable cup, you just pick it up, use it again. So the more we can do that and the more resources we save, the better.
Which of those examples or those folks you met, or the businesses that you discovered on your tour making the film, what was the most astounding to you?
Oh man, 48 states. So one that's close to my heart that is really important is the skateboard company in Los Angeles. So the fact that I exposed in the film that in 2008, skateboarding became the #1 cause of deforestation in North America, which, you know, as a skateboarder for 20 plus years, that's like crazy that I'm a part of that. And so this company is out there and they're using things like wine barrels and barn lumber to, you know, for some of the, a skateboard has 7 ply. So a couple layers, they're using reclaimed wood for that. So they're making like a huge impact, you know, so that's really close to my heart. And then also the place in Atlanta, you know, where for a $25 fee, people have lifetime access to medical equipment like crutches or walkers or wheelchairs. And like, you know, I know from just my family, like seeing people spend thousands of dollars, you know, in addition to all the medical bills, you know, so it's just so important, you know.
So you yourself are actually a reuse businessman. Is it possible to make a living in this business?
Sure. I mean, when you think about it, all of the stuff is already here, you know, like, you know, I always use artists as an example. Like, instead of buying new canvases, make anything your canvas, you know, whether it's an old skateboard deck, which is something I see a lot, or like Felicia Fulham, who I filmed in Laramie when I was here. She was making art out of trash, like, you know, and she does pretty well. So it's certainly possible.
Show us an example of your apparel.
Okay, so this is the t-shirt I have on, and it was definitely a t-shirt before it was the name of the movie. So this is, my brand is Stay Vocal, and so the shirt is just inside out. So just like a piece of paper, I would see t-shirts and I'd be like, you know, there's a second canvas on that t-shirt. So I just flip the shirt inside out, print on the other side. And then for me, I like to leave the tags on the back because people will come up to me and be like, hey, your shirt's on inside out. And I'm like, no, it's not. And then they're like, oh, right. And then it just gets the whole conversation going. And, you know, it leads into, you know, why reusing t-shirts is so important. And the fact that blows people away all the time is that it takes 400 gallons of water just to grow the cotton for one t-shirt. So t-shirts, you know, people just look at them like a disposable item, but they're really not. They're, you know, major impact on our planet.
Alex, thanks for the good work, and
All
it
right.
was a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.